Hello everyone, I'm Nick Dease, Film and Humanities librarian at the Boatwright Library. Today we're going to explore the role of artificial intelligence, specifically large language models or LLMs, in academic research. We'll look at what they are, how they work, and how to use them ethically and effectively throughout your studies. Let's dive in. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is a branch of computer science focused on building systems that perform tasks requiring human-like intelligence. Things like problem solving, learning, and understanding language. There are many types of AI, but we're focusing on large language models, or LLMs. These models are designed to generate and interpret human language. You might have already used tools like OpenAI's ChatGPT, Anthropic's Claude, or Google's Gemini. These models are trained on enormous datasets made up of books, websites, articles, and more. By analyzing patterns in that data, they generate text that sounds fluent, relevant, and even insightful. But there's a key word here: sounds. Many experts describe LLMs as, quote, fancy autocomplete. They don't understand meaning. They predict the next word based on your input. Here's a great quote that sums it up. Their goal is to generate plausible content, not to verify its truth. So they might produce content that sounds reasonable, but is inaccurate. This means that even when they sound confident, they can still get things wrong. Really wrong. They might misquote sources, invent facts, or cite articles that don't even exist. So whenever you use a chatbot in your research, always double-check the information against credible sources. Another important point: LLMs can reflect the same biases and misinformation found in the materials they were trained on. Because they're built from human-generated content, any existing stereotypes, inaccuracies, or harmful assumptions in that content can show up in their responses. Since these models mimic patterns in their training data without discerning truth, they can reproduce any falsehoods or biases present in that data. So, these tools are powerful, but far from perfect. Now for the good news. LLMs can be incredibly useful if you use them responsibly. Here are a few things they're great at: brainstorming ideas, summarizing long texts, rephrasing sentences for clarity, explaining complex concepts in simple terms, and helping with grammar and style. Think of them as a writing assistant, not a substitute for your own critical thinking or research skills. Let's say your professor asks you to write an essay on surveillance in dystopian literature. An LLM might help you generate a list of themes to consider, suggest authors or titles to research, summarize an article or passage, or polish your thesis statement. But remember, it's up to you to evaluate the information, read the sources, and make the arguments. The model can help you think, but it can't do the thinking for you. Quick recap. Always fact-check LLM outputs. Don't rely on them for citations or sources. Use them to support your learning, not replace it. Stay aware of potential bias. And when in doubt, ask a librarian. As of the time of this video, the University of Richmond does not have a universal policy on AI use in the classroom. This means that each of your professors may have their own policies about whether or not using tools like ChatGPT is appropriate. Before using AI tools in your coursework, check your syllabus or talk directly with your professor. Clear communication is the best way to make sure you're on the right track. So, bottom line. Large language models are useful tools, but only if you use them with a healthy dose of curiosity and skepticism. And if you're ever unsure about how to use them ethically or effectively, just reach out. We're here to help. Thanks for watching.